Hey everyone, happy Wednesday and welcome to the Marketing Q&A show. My name is Rebecca Bertoldi, your host, and every Wednesday I am answering questions from small business owners about their marketing. So anything you want to know, send your question in. Look for the link in the description. Okay, let's dive right in. This week's question comes from Lisa, the Shortcut Cook, and she asks, how do I find my target audience? I can't wait to dive into this with you guys. So there's a lot of different ways that we can find this information out. And research has definitely come a long way. When we're talking about digital marketing, there are so many ways to reach people through social media channels, through websites that they visit, through search engines. It really is very powerful, the tools that we have these days. So we want to take a look at what we can utilize to find out more about our target audience. So, since this is an extremely big topic, I'm going to be sharing my top 5 ways to find your target audience. Okay, friends, let's dive into this. My first tip is to ask. Yes, ask. So ask and you shall receive, right? Let's dive into some surveys here. SurveyMonkey has evolved so much since I started my marketing career almost 20 years ago. And nowadays, you can just go in and grab a free account. You can survey your existing users, ask them about their interests, get their demographics, find out what their age range is, what their gender is. You can find out about their household, if they have children, if they have pets. Whatever pertains to your brand, that's really what you want to ask about. If you don't have customers to ask, SurveyMonkey also allows you to do market research. And what I like about this tool is that you can set your own budget and they will go find you people to respond to your survey. I would recommend that you get at least 100 responses. And I did a little bit of initial research here. The pricing may vary based on the industry that you're in, but it looks like for $1 per person, you can get some great answers back and honest answers. So if you are setting up one yourself, Lisa is the Shortcut Cook, and she has these great recipes. She's got a YouTube channel that she's constantly showing her recipe videos. You have to check it out. But Lisa, you can ask people about recipe usage. So, are they looking for recipes online? How do they prefer to use the recipes? Would they want to see videos, or would they want to see images, or both? You can also ask about their other interests. So, let's say they do enjoy cooking. They may also enjoy dining out. And you want these interests because it'll help you down the line when you're going to advertise. Because you can then say, okay, my existing customers all seem to like dining out as well. We'll include that in our search or in our targeting. Okay, so surveys. Get them out there, get some real results. If you are doing the one for market research, like I said, try to get at least 100, but try to aim for 250 if you can, or higher. Okay, my second tip for this is social media analytics. Every page has some kind of data that you can gather from the people that are following you. So if you have some established accounts, you can go back in the back end there and see, what the age ranges are, what their gender is, what their interests are, things like that. Let's take a look at a Facebook example. Look at all of this data that we're able to see. If you are working in Twitter or Instagram, you can also get these types of insights under analytics or insights. These demographics will help you to better understand who is following your page and who your message is attracting. So everything that we put out there is attracting someone, so this will definitely give you an idea of who that person is. It may be different than you think, too. My next tip is website analytics. So if you have people coming to your website, you can get Google Analytics set up if it's not already. When you're looking at Google's analytics, you can see demographics for your site, but you can also see the interests that they're showing interest in, and you can also see what they are actively shopping for. That can be a very big, powerful piece of data to have. So make sure that if you are using Google Analytics that the demographics feature is enabled, because it comes disabled. Make sure that you turn that feature on, and you'll be surprised the information that you can get. My fourth tip for you today is ad testing. I recommend that if you do have a Facebook presence that you do the testing here in Facebook, and you want these ads to run for 48 hours only. I'll tell you why. What we are basically trying to do is we are going to put out ads that cover information for various age groups with different types of lifestyles. So for example, we could have like an 18 to 24-year-old group of people. And then the next one we can do 25 to 34. And then maybe you do a second one that's 25 to 34 that is more geared towards moms. So you can really break these audiences down. Okay, let's talk about how these ads should be set up. We're going to have one campaign with 3 ad groups, and each ad group is going to have 3 ads. So the ad groups will be where you can change your audience and begin to test the messaging for each of those audiences. Each ad group is going to have 3 ads that are going to have different types of media. So one may be, say, like a video commercial for what you're promoting, or any kind of video, or even a slideshow video. The second one could be a still image. And the third one can kind of be up to you, but one of the things I'm seeing work very well for people these days are selfie videos. You know, you just hold your phone up, smile, invite people to your page, invite them to take action on your ad. You want them to really feel like you understand them. And a lot of times those selfie videos allow you to get that message across, and it also makes people engage with you and get to know you a little bit better. So having those has been very effective in my experience. One thing that I do want to really stress here is that you need to use your Facebook pixel. This may be foreign to you guys. I will try to put a link in the description that will help you to understand the pixel a little bit better. But essentially, this pixel is what connects your ad account to your website and other places that you may have content that you're sending traffic to, so that they can communicate. And we want them to communicate so that Facebook's ad system performs better for you. So, once you do these ads, you're going to learn very quickly who responds to your messaging. And as you're building those ads out, you don't want them all to say the same thing necessarily. So let's say you're doing one, you have an ad group that's set for women that are moms that are between the ages of 35 and 44. You want to speak to a woman between the age of 35 and 44 who has kids. So speak in their language, put things in there that they relate to. So Lisa, in your case, it might be something like, cooking quick meals for your family. Don't spend your time at the stove, spend the time with your family itself. So you want to test those kind of messaging. And we're running it for 48 hours with a high enough budget. So whatever Facebook suggests your daily budget should be, use that. I will say that some industries, especially like the weight loss industry, it may get pretty high. So do what you can, but you want to really run this test so that you can see who you're naturally attracting. And after 48 hours, you're going to see that It's showing, you'll have you're showing who's responding. You'll have more insights to your messaging and what people are relating to. And you'll see some of them completely take off while other ones stay stagnant. So you'll be able to clearly see who your target audience is in that case and build from there. Okay. My last tip for you guys is looking at the demographics of similar websites. So Lisa, you have a food blog going on. Another place that people have gotten recipes for a number of years is AllRecipes.com. And I can say, gosh, when I was, back when I lived in New York, when I first got my home there, I was looking for recipes everywhere. I just wanted to completely use my kitchen. And AllRecipes, man, they have come a long way since I checked them out the first time. So I went over there and I wanted to look for information to advertise. Now, I don't necessarily want to advertise on AllRecipes' website, but every company that has advertisers will have the demographics of their site visitors. So, sure enough, I went in there and check out what I found here. So, we are able, and I just Googled, by the way, AllRecipes demographics. So we can see that their users are primarily female, 25 to 54. A lot of them are working, and almost half of them have young kids at home. That's a great starting point. That's a lot of information to know about people that are searching for digital recipes. Then it gets into their interests. Check out these interests. So we know we're going to start seeing a lot of these same patterns. So this will give you a fantastic base for your target audience. And I also want maybe a bonus tip. I have worked with a lot of different food brands over the years. And there's one thing that I know for sure. People eat with their eyes. So your images need to sell people that you want to come to the site. On the other side of that, you should have a presence on platforms that are more visual. So like YouTube, obviously, Lisa, you're doing great videos there. You're also on Instagram, because that's also a very visual site. Pinterest for food is a great site, especially if you have a food blog. It can be a huge driver of traffic if you use it right. So you really want to make sure that everything that you're putting out there is going towards that audience. So once you figure this out, you can really start to put together a great plan for your marketing. Well, Lisa, thank you so much for your question. I hope you enjoyed the answers that I gave today. And for anybody else that has a question, make sure that you submit yours. I'll put the link here in the description. Next week, we are going to learn how often you should email your customers. Can't wait to go through it with you. I hope you have a fantastic week. I will see you next Wednesday. Bye-bye, everyone.